Hello everyone out there in the audience today, this evening I should say. We're here with a project that was a little bit different, and it really did test our ability to make things with a 3D printer. I really need to script these. As you can see, we had some problems earlier on. Adhesion to the bed, the nozzle clogged, and it was just generally a poor setup. That said, we're still using this setup, but look at that nozzle. That is not a happy nozzle. I don't know if it was clogged so much as that it was not on properly. It's always good to check that your nozzle is on. Anyway, here we go. So this was the beginning of the run that actually worked. A lot of people come to me with 3D printing queries and say things like, why are you using a skirt? Why are you using a brim? Now, these answers I don't have. All I know is that I like to 3D print. Oh my god, this has to be 10 minutes. How am I supposed to voice over this for 10 minutes? Oh look, a scene change. That's kind of fun. It's built up a little bit, which is great. Let's zoom in on that. That is amazing. Just incredible. I don't like 3D printing. I think it should be left to the professionals. I would never do it. Perhaps we should talk a little bit about what we're printing. Now, you might have seen on the very intro, we had a gnome. That is a concrete gnome. We used photogrammetry to construct it from many, many different pictures to form a pixel grid of sorts. Now, the gnome itself has an interesting history. It was given to either myself or my mother as a gift from my grandfather and grandmother. Nan and Pa, we used to know them as. They've since left this earth, but the concrete gnome lives on. And now, for the first time in history, we have turned the giant concrete gnome into something that can be put into your pocket. You can take it with you. Never before has this been possible. And honestly, the technology is just incredible. I mean, the fact that you can take something that's real and turn it into something digital, you can actually use the gnome model in augmented reality. I can have the gnome appear to me in my lounge room at any time. And I can scale it up, I can scale it down. Whenever I feel like I need a gnome, right? Whenever I feel, oh my god. Whenever I feel like I have the urge to look at, to look at, whenever the urge overcomes me and I just need gnome. Riding a pig. The gnome is riding a pig. Oh. Look, it's progressing now. We've got some, you can see the sort of support material underneath it. That actually came away quite cleanly. I was quite surprised because it looked like it was quite well attached. And given this is essentially just heated plastic, that is the case. It is attached. But you can see the pig's snout there. The detail on this is incredible. I might have taken too many photos when doing the photogrammetry. Shout out to Tim. He knows who he is. Wouldn't have learnt any of this, or that it was even possible to turn my concrete gnome on a pig into a 3D model. But of course, it doesn't have to end here. It doesn't have to end with PLA printing. It can be resin printed. providing even higher detail. It's just insane. But anyway, anytime I feel like I need a gnome riding a pig, yes, I can just bring it up on my phone and look at it in my lounge room. And it brings back memories. Memories of being a child and seeing the gnome on a pig in the garden. Yes, they're fond memories, certainly. It's made of concrete. The paint's a bit worn on the model, you might have noticed, and that's come through. There's actually a chip out of the tail as well, which actually translated quite well here. You can actually see it at the back there. So we're approaching midway through, I suppose. It's actually probably the faster part of the print. There's only so much I can tell. Anyway, this was a very, very concrete gnome. You can see the nozzle there. I'm pretty sure that is having issues still. I think, from memory, we used one that was half the size of what we would normally use to try and get a bit more detail, but obviously it wasn't perfect. But it actually didn't do not the worst job. You can probably hear in the background I've got the we've got the soundtrack happening, which is just the noise of the 3D printer. Occasionally it'll make a creak noise. I don't know if that's good. I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh! There's his head. So that will continue to go. And it's really starting to take on the form of a gnome on a pig. You can see underneath the arm there's actually a gap. And here we go, that looks much better. Yep, absolutely, look at that. So we have his face. It's a bit difficult to see on this black. Ideally we should have used a grey, light grey probably, to get an idea of where problems were and fix that up. But we didn't because we're lazy, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine to be lazy. Come on, print the hat. Oh no, he's doing the lick of hair at the front. There's the hat, round it goes, layer by layer. It takes a long time. Anyway, I took a photo. I thought, no, that's not a very good photo. Let's turn flash on. And then what happened? Well, I turned flash on and it was hideous. It scared me. I had bad dreams for a couple of weeks after that. But here's the final product. And as you can see, that actually came out really well. Given what we were doing, and the fact that I didn't know what I was doing, it's actually quite a good result. As you can see, there's the back of the gnome, which includes the tail of the pig, which is missing a chunk. Again, a bit difficult to see on this. The support material's been removed, and the pig looks like a pig. You can see the ears, you can see the face of the gnome. The gnome looks happy. It's actually quite good. So thank you, Tim, and I hope everyone out there enjoyed this rough voiceover and the video. McRetro, signing out.